Bienvenidos a la Midwest Flyways podcast. I am your host, Joey Basayo, and to my left, I have Cal Ness, otherwise in Spanish known as a la izquierda, Cal Ness. And then we also have a special guest here in the Ducks Unlimited studios here at Game Fair. It is Matt Judy from Dive Bomb.
Heck yeah.
What up, bro?
Nothing much, dude. Game Fair weekend 2, hanging out.
Yeah. I'm so happy you could take time away from your goats and come and hang out and sling some stuff.
Dude, I had to leave the goat farming for a weekend and come out and run the Dive Bomb boots. So.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Matt is his full-time real job is actually he's a goat farmer. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about the goat business?
Dude, well, so I was at the auction. I bought 5 acres and a house in November.
Yeah.
And this spring, I was just like had nothing to do. I was so bored, and we have an auction sale barn at home. And I just go there, hang out, and I saw a goat go for cheap one day, so I just bought it. So I start with one, and then I
can't just have one.
Dude, what was your plan buying the one?
I didn't have.
I'll just have a goat.
My wife wanted it. She's like, I want this one, and it was like $30 for like a baby goat, and I was like, all right, I'll buy it.
Nice.
We bring it home, and I was like, dang, dude, they're herd animals, so you need 2. Like you can't just have one.
Right.
And then that started just a snowball effect in the spring. And then all of a sudden, I'm just buying anything goes for cheap. I'm buying it, dude, at the auction barn.
What's the most you'd spend at the auction on an animal?
I usually cut off at about $75.
Oh my God.
But I don't buy the expensive ones. So like an adult goat probably goes for like $150.
You're buying the dumb goats.
I'm buying the little young ones. That nice. I can, raise because I got 4 pastures at home. So right now I have 22 goats. And I got 4 pastures, and I don't have to mow them, so I just bring a goat home, and I don't have to feed them either because in the winter they're going to go in a barn, and I got to start feeding them grain and stuff. But right now I just get my trailer, toss them in the pasture, and they just start munching.
See, that's so cool. And you just bought that 5 acres last year. I noticed that there's a sick-ass river running through it, and then you've got a cemetery on the other side.
You have a cemetery?
No, people think it's a cemetery, dude.
What is that?
It's a blueberry field.
With a bunch of headstones in it.
It's baby blueberry plants, and they put milk cartons around them to keep like the varmints away from them. But like when I'm filming and stuff in the backyard, it looks like I'm shooting over like a veteran cemetery.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran cemetery.
It's like the most clickbait thumbnail of all time,
Totally.
dude.
You should be like shooting a cemetery at, and then the minute the video gets in, be like, all right, so it's a blueberry farm.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because I had one of those videos blow up, and I was like, shoot my lever action. And they're like, I'm just taking heat in the comments, and I'm trying to like keep my guard. I was like, dude, it's not a cemetery. I swear, it's a blueberry field. They're like, this dude's shooting in a cemetery. I'm like, no.
Oh my God,
that'd be a crazy hunt.
Is that place out in Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like everything out there just kind of looks the same. I never know if it's Oregon, Washington, Idaho.
Kind of like Western Oregon and like the Northwest region kind of looks just mountains everywhere. And trees,
it looks
and
beautiful out there,
it is
dude.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're
it's
just
amazing.
Slamming the bass.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, who's that guy, KK Waterfowl? What's his name?
Cody Choker, my best friend from home. Yeah, dude.
You guys look like you just have an absolute blast together in the boat. Just always giving each other shit.
Always, like we just keep it so like non-professional. Like we don't give a shit at all. Like I'm bass fishing because I bought this 1985 bass boat two springs ago, and it was a piece of shit. And I rebuilt it from the ground up. Okay. So now I'm rocking like this old. I didn't want a new one. I wanted a bass boat, and I wanted it to be like in 1980s because I just wanted like old school vibes. You know.
You and Cal will get along so well.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Have
you seen our boat?
No.
The boat we hunted?
Dude, it's
a 1975 long, 17 and a half foot.
Hell
it's got a 79 Johnson on it.
Hell yeah,
and that thing is fucking brown.
Dude.
Like
and
poop brown.
rips.
I love that. Dude, I love brown boats too. So I bought this bass boat because I was scrolling on Marketplace, like, just seeing what kind of dumb shit you could buy. And this thing pops up, and I scroll past, and I was like, hold up.
You're me.
And I was like, I need that. It matches my brown 2001 Dodge like perfectly, dude. I was like, can you imagine this combo?
Oh.
And
The
I'm
brown
like,
on brown,
dude, I
bud.
pulled out cash immediately and went and bought it like 3 hours later.
Dude, that's literally how I got my boat. I was scrolling Facebook Marketplace, knew we needed to at some point come up with a boat, and some guy
Yeah.
had this thing in
Yeah.
a trailer park. He was using it to fill with beer cans. It was literally when I got there, dude, it was filled to the brim with beer
Dude,
cans.
so now you're hunting out a beer can dumpster.
Oh, dude, yeah. And he like
it rips, dude.
he wanted like $1,000 for it.
Oh my god.
And I got there and I had to spend like 2 hours pulling beer cans out of it. And so I told the guy, I was like, dude, there's no way I'm giving you $1,000. I literally just became your garbage disposal.
Yeah, just dumped it. So what'd you get it for? Did you get it for pretty cheap?
$600.
Oh, dude, almost half price.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I think
You put $200 into a motor
I think it's
tune-up?
400 now total. But yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Dude.
$1,000, the thing rips.
It rips.
Dude,
The
I
best
love
part
that.
is too,
Rips.
like probably what was it, a month ago, 2 months ago, I saw another one on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Our exact fucking boat.
Did you buy
The
it?
exact one.
He really wanted me to
I
buy
literally,
it.
I texted Joey. I'm like, bro, we're buying this.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, the fuck we not.
One is enough.
Dude,
like,
how
"No, we already
sick
got
would it
one,
be
we
if we had
good."
two that were the exact
Dude, hell
same
yeah.
OG Lunds?
That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah.
I just like love old school stuff. Like
me too.
I don't like brand new stuff. I like just like working on shit, projects, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing to do.
You don't
'Cause
have
also-
kids yet.
No, I don't.
Oh,
have
okay,
kids
that's
yet.
why.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's
yeah,
why.
that's all the time
I was
to do
gonna
all
say
that
you'll
stuff.
find out that's also your kryptonite.
Yeah,
later.
exactly, dude.
For
So
sure.
yeah, like we built that bass boat and we just go out and fish like the same lake and catch the same fish, but it's
Oh, yeah.
it's just
It's
as
the
fun
best.
every single time.
Oh yeah.
And like we do this little like friendly competition where like whoever catches the biggest bass and who catches the most, and then I have this little plaque that I mounted on the front of my bow and like have a Bluetooth label printer. So whoever won that
Oh,
night gets
nice.
to put their name on the boat and stuff.
Sick.
Like it just keeps it like light and fun.
Oh
you know?
yeah. That's sick, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Bluetooth
Pretty-
label maker?
Yeah, dude, off Amazon like $20.
That's what we're getting.
Dude, you gotta put some links up. You got all these sick
You
ass
got
deals
affiliate
going.
links?
Huh?
Send
You
me
got
the-
Amazon affiliate links?
I
dude?
do, but I just don't use it.
Send me the address for the auction house. Send me the Bluetooth label maker. And
Dude,
send me your
yeah.
area
I'm
for
gonna
Facebook
start buying
Marketplace.
goats for you. I'm gonna be shipping them over here for you.
Yeah. Just
dude.
underneath planes.
The
Dude,
shipping's
hell yeah.
more than any of the goats.
Yeah, dude.
For sure. You're going to be a national goat salesman.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, so I was like, man, I'm just gonna, film like a morning of like a Monday morning. Auctions are on
Yeah.
Monday morning, and sometimes I have to go catch a few goats and throw them in my trailer and bring them to the auction bar. I was like, I threw a GoPro on. And then I filmed it. I posted like a 5-minute video of me like roping some goats. And
Yeah.
it got like 100,000 views on TikTok.
That's
dude. I was
unreal.
like, what is going on? Like, people like to watch
Dude,
this.
people love goats, bro.
I guess so.
Yeah, man.
Just like so random, dude.
People are super into goats, man. We had that goose on our podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. And yeah, people went nuts. And it was literally just a clip of a goose that he really likes his song Party in
I
the
did,
USA.
I did see that.
Party in the
Yeah,
USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Thing
that-
just freaked
what was
out.
that thing's name? Peep or
Pablo.
something? Pablo? Yeah.
His first goose was named Peeps the Goose.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then that thing died or something.
Yeah.
So then he just kept that Instagram handle.
Yeah.
And now he has like
And-
8 geese.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
dude.
So
He's
he
a goose
lives,
farmer.
He lives by us.
Yeah.
Or he's like 40 minutes south of us, and he just takes these geese out on his jet ski, and he's the front of the V, and so he's got like a
Yeah.
line of geese
yeah.
behind him on the
Mobbing with
freaking
them?
Jess.
Dude, that's crazy.
Insane, bro.
That's so sick.
Yeah, we're going to go out with him one of these days.
He's like, you guys want to come fly with my geese? I'm like,
You're like,
yes.
yeah.
That's
dude.
the
Hell
first thing
yeah.
that came to my mind. I'm like, I really want to do that.
Yeah. You
Give me
have
the
to.
fucking jet ski, dude.
Let me be
Yeah.
the leader of the V.
Right.
dude.
Dude,
I want to
yeah,
be
he
like
said-
Rose on the Titanic, just right in front of the geese.
He said we could do an ATV too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, ride the
Oh,
ATV.
like on
they
land,
fly
too?
yeah, on land.
Dude,
Yeah.
do it.
No, it's a crazy deal. We're gonna do it. No, we're gonna do it
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. But I wanted to ask you about hunting the Pacific Northwest.
Dude.
Just a little
It's-
bit. Maybe you
You're
could
the
tell
Widge
us a little bit
King.
about
It
Widge King.
is, yeah.
You're the
dude.
Widge King.
Widge up the ass where I'm from, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's where I'm at. It's like, dude, it's kind of a hidden gem. Like I grew up there, so it's my hometown that I hunt still.
Yeah.
And I'm hunting like some ground that I've been hunting since I was like 12 years old.
Nice.
But like in the PNW in Washington, it's just so like I've hunted a lot of places for dive bomb now. Like I travel a lot, and I'm sure most people like are keen to their hometowns or their
Yeah,
home
yeah.
ground.
Oh,
you
for
know?
sure.
But,
Everyone,
like
yeah.
everywhere I've been, dude, like the views we have, like the weather, well, minus the rain, but still, it's just like amazing. We have the ocean. You can go shoot scoters on the ocean. Harleys now, they just opened that back up again. all your sea ducks, brant, and then you can come inland, shoot piles of widge, mallards, pintails. You can hunt like small rivers. We got mountains in the background, like everywhere, dude. It's like it's just like beautiful scenery. It looks like a little mini Alaska where we're at, pretty much.
Yeah. How far are you from the coast?
Like 20 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So we're
That's
like right
so
there.
sick.
So like we use scoter hunting as like if we have nothing to hunt in the fields, like we're going scoter hunting.
Yeah, I've seen
I take out the 85
like
bass boat on the ocean, dude.
Oh
shoot
my
scoters
gosh.
off of it.
You ever? It must be like, are you in a bay or are you like out?
No, it's in a bay.
Okay, so it never gets too bad.
No, it doesn't get bad at all.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that would scare the shit.
Anything
out.
over like 15 miles an hour wind, like I'm not going out because my, it's a bass boat. It's low pro. I'm taking waves, so I'm not doing that. But
you need a Lund for that.
I had a little 14-footer that I used to shoot scoters out of, but I got too many holes in it.
Yeah,
in the boat.
Yeah, dude, I was like bilging while I'm shooting scoters, like out in the ocean by myself.
You're bailing water
I just
in
like
between.
to do like just random janky shit, dude. But
how'd you get so many holes in the boat?
I don't know. It's just it sat out. My grandma has a beach house, and it was her old boat, and it like was moored out in the salt water, so it just ate through the bottom of the hole.
Oh my god!
And she was like, "I don't want this." So I took it, and I just slapped a little 10 horse on it, and just started shooting stuff out in the salt.
Oh yeah, dude. You needed some JB Weld.
Yeah, dude.
I
did do that, and then it got too bad, and I had to just park it. Now I just hunt out of the bass boat.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Well, yeah, dude, the widge is just like just mind blowing. Everybody who's from out of town who has came to hunt with me, it's just like jaw dropping to them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And to us, like we grew up in that, so I kind of, when I started traveling for not even before that, I started like getting up in the industry a little bit, and I was like, you guys don't have widge around here?
Right.
Like, where they at?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a countrywide thing.
There's so many where you're from.
Because
you're
that's,
like,
that's what I grew up in.
Totally.
And like, we're decoying, like we had these massive feeds, and I'm like, damn, nobody else got this.
Yeah.
I guess
No.
not.
No. Like Minnesota used to get a bunch of widgeon.
Yeah.
And that was always my favorite duck growing up, and that's why we made it our logo.
Oh, yeah,
so that's
dude, the
a
logo's
widge.
sick, yeah.
That's a widge.
I love it.
And also we didn't want to look like this, like everyone else's. It's just a mallard,
Yeah, dude. So
But
throw the widge on there.
so like 15 years ago in Minnesota, we were Widge Town.
Yeah.
Like you'd see a flock of ducks, and there was never just one type of duck in that flock, but the widgeon is what made everything else come in.
Oh yeah, baby.
And it was just god,
because they give it up.
it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good, and then out of nowhere they just stopped.
Right.
And so now
Yeah,
we're
it's just
we're
gone.
lucky if we kill 5 a year.
Oh my gosh.
And it hurts my soul. So
Yeah.
whenever we travel anywhere else, like I was down in Kansas hunting with Tate Hartman a couple years ago.
Yep.
He's like, this field has a lot of mallards, this field has a lot of widgeon, and then they're like kind of conjoining and they're combining together. And I'm like, we're going to the widgeon field.
Yeah.
And then I shot a storm that day.
Dude.
And I was just like, oh my God.
You're like, give me that.
I was so hard. I was so hard.
Dude, that's my elusive. I've killed thousands and thousands of widge and even euros too. Like, it's kind of messed up now. Like when we kill a euro, there's like no hype behind it. Like
That's
at all.
fucked up.
That you
Because, like,
killed that many.
everyone's been there, done that, like seen it. Like, all right, who wants it? Like,
Damn.
Yeah.
somebody
Banded
gotta
euro
take
though?
this.
Banded euro yet?
I saw a banded one on the golf course, but nobody killed it last year.
Oh
We're
my
coming to
God.
hunt with you.
Yeah, dude, come on up. I got 2 extra bedrooms in my house, dude. My wife
Oh,
knows.
shit.
Dude,
Dude,
my
I'll sleep
house
in the
is
fucking kennel.
Dude, my
Yeah.
house is a hotel all season long. My wife's like, "Oh, who's coming from where this weekend now?" And like, she just knows people are coming to hunt.
I'll chill in the kennel, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I got heated floors in that thing.
Oh,
In
I'm
the
there.
kennel?
Yeah,
That's luxury.
Dude,
Yeah.
so he moves into this place, 5 acres,
Right.
whatever. He's
Yeah.
making money on goats.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
also he just like restarted this kennel
Yeah,
and
dude.
turned it into an online
Yeah.
business, and he's
Yeah.
just fucking
I
money
know.
maker.
Well, he
I
was telling me,
love
was like, yeah, tell us about that too.
yeah. So I bought this house in November. It's 5 acres, and it came with this business that the old owner ran. And my wife wanted to run this kennel bad, and I wanted nothing to do with it. I wanted to gut it and turn it into like a shop or something.
Totally.
And then we were arguing about it. Husband, wife, just like, hey, she wants it, I don't. Just button heads. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run the numbers on this, and I was like, ooh, that could pay
Pretty good.
That could pay for a little bit of my mortgage every month, dude. Because I bought it at a bad time, and I have a really high interest rate on my mortgage.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but like this kennel, and I'm like, screw it, whatever. We go in there, we paint it, we do our thing, put a little bit of money into it,
Yeah.
and opened in this last April, and it just like exploded,
Dude,
like unreal.
booked out.
I'm just like booking like crazy. So my first week open, we I wanted like maybe 4 dogs, to just get a feel for it, get the use.
Yeah.
And it happened to be spring break for all the schools, and I was like over full. I had 100% full kennel literally right out the gate, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm going like
Yeah, I guess we run a kennel now.
0 to 100, literally my first day open.
Yeah.
But it was good though, because then I figured out how to run it, and June, July, and August have just been slammed. And well, I've been telling my wife it's been like the most boring summer ever because I'm just like married to this business.
Yeah,
but
you're just
it's
a
fine.
goat farmer in a dog
I'm just
kennel.
sitting at home, just
operator.
boarding dogs and farming goats. I mean,
so
I can't
sick.
complain. But yeah, like the support from the community has been amazing for us, and it's just like we don't do any training, no grooming, no nothing. Just
So what,
boarding.
you just keep them there? Do you have to go in there and let them out, or are there dog doors that go outside?
Yeah, so we have 11 kennels, and each kennel has a guillotine door that goes to an outside kennel. And so we open those in the afternoons. We let the dogs out 3 times a day for like about an hour each. I'll let them out in the morning. I'll feed them. Let them run around for an hour, because each dog gets their own like grass area to run around in that's chain link fenced, and we don't let dogs contact each other because I just don't want
you don't
problems.
For
want to deal
obvious
with that.
reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And so I do that in the morning, let them out in the afternoon for an hour, and then feed them in the evening and let them out again. So it's like farming, I would say, but for like dogs. But dude, it's like.
This podcast is brought to you by Ducks Unlimited, and Ducks Unlimited is doing tons of work all around the country to make sure that the resource that we love so much is still available for us for years to come.
And our children to come.
And our children to come. And their children, if we're going to get really serious about it.
And their children.
And their children's children.
Oh, my God.
But guys, go and get a membership. It's $35 for the year, and we need more young hunters that are invested in keeping the resource. I know when you're young, it's just you want to go out there and shoot your limit, and everybody is gung-ho on that, but you can't do that if we're not able to actually protect the resource that we have. So go to ducks.org, get your membership, $35. You're going to get some kind of gift with it too. So
like
sick.
farming
I
for
wouldn't
dogs.
say that, but it's just like, there's a system to it.
Yeah.
And I figured it out, and now it's just running super smooth. And then when I go out of town, my wife runs it, and it's been amazing.
That's
Yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
Good
That's
for you,
so
man.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
How did you like get people to know you were opening the kennel? Did you just like word of mouth, or?
Yeah, we're in a pretty small town, and a lot of people know who me and my wife are, and we just opened it up, and word of mouth just went poof. There was one week where I'm like, my phone would not stop ringing, and I was like, okay, yeah, word's getting out now.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
we live on a pretty high. It's on the back. We live in the middle of nowhere, but it's a pretty high traveled road. And
Yeah.
we just have a big sign out front that says Valley Kennels, and we get a lot of business from that too.
Yeah, dude. Wow.
And lots of repeat clients from the old owner. She ran it for 20 years. So
Okay.
there's lots of people who are like local coming back. They're like, oh, we're so glad you're open. Now we don't have to travel, 20 miles to a different kennel. And
Yeah.
dude, it's amazing.
Well,
It's
and
sick.
it's crazy now that I have 2 kids and I have 2 dogs. And you know how hard it is to get someone to watch?
dude.
Oh yeah, it's
2
impossible,
dogs.
dude.
Like if you have 1 dog, you can kind of like give it to a friend.
Yeah,
You got 2,
exactly.
it's like, fuck.
Here's like, damn.
Yeah, hey man, can you watch my dogs?
Yeah.
That's a different deal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think this whole thing is kind of funny too, because like 2 years ago, I was like anti-dog. I didn't grow up with dogs. I had never had one. I didn't like them. I didn't like hunting with them. I didn't want anything to do with dogs. I just didn't like them. And then my wife comes home randomly one day with a golden retriever puppy that she said she wasn't going to buy. And then
Sure.
she walks in holding it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, damn, that thing's kind of cute, dude.
Well, yeah.
And then, we raised that one from a puppy. And then I'm like, dude, all right, I'm starting to turn into a dog
Hunting
guy
dog.
now. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm never getting a hunting dog. And then all of a sudden I was like, I told my wife, and I'm like, okay, I'll only get one if it's a red lab from this certain dog from our local area. And then one day she texts me after we had our golden retriever for a year, and she's like, guess who had puppies from this specific dog? And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. She's like, come on, just look at them.
Yeah.
Let's just go look at them.
Oh,
You
yeah.
look at puppies,
You're done.
you're buying one.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't look at puppies.
Exactly.
That's a bad deal.
Like you are buying one.
The smell, bro.
They just
Oh,
suck you in. And I was like, she was like, what about this one? I was like, gosh, dang it.
That little puppy smell and how soft their
Yeah,
fur
dude.
is, I'm just like,
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
And
So-
they're so happy.
Exactly.
They're
dude.
so happy.
Exactly. So then I get my puppy Drifter now, and then I sent him off to training, and now he's going to be going into his first year being a gun dog, and I'm just going to take him on little small hunts and
Break him in.
Not burn him out on the big stuff. I'm just going to do like little solo hunts with him for the first year and stuff. So I went from an anti-dog person to owning 2 dogs to owning a dog kennel.
Yeah.
That's wild.
How does that happen?
It was the goats, dude. The goats opened your mind, you know. Once you saw the goats, you're like, nah, you know.
You're like, I can do a little more animals around here.
It sounds like your wife wears the pants in the relationship.
Only on animal stuff.
That's the only thing she cares about. It sounds like, so she's got it, bro.
Exactly.
You didn't want a dog, she did. You didn't want a kennel, she did.
Yep.
You didn't want a second dog,
right, you got a point.
she did. So you compromised.
Hold on, Joey.
So you compromised.
She wanted the goat.
Oh, gosh, dang it, you're right.
It's all right, man. It's good for her to have the chokehold on you for the animals.
I guess
for the animals' sake, man. You're doing a good thing.
She also has 2 horses, too, that I got to take care of.
Okay. Okay. Nice, dude.
It's blazing saddles up in here.
Gosh,
yeah, dude. What are you getting
dude.
next?
I
Something
know,
wild,
man.
probably.
I don't
you
want
know?
it.
I love it, dude.
She's graduating up the thing, you know.
Yeah, I guess
mean, it
so.
went goat.
I'm trying.
A whole dog kennel. She's got horses now.
Yeah.
I think we go for a bigger animal.
Well, I'm thinking about dabbling into the beef cow game. I want to kind of go from goats up to like a little small beef herd because I got the room
sick.
for it. And,
That'd be sick, dude.
I know you're serious too.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, I got to beef up my fences a little, and then
Literally.
I'm just gonna graduate to the beef cow
up the
game.
fence.
Literally got to beef it up.
Exactly,
No
dude.
doubt, dude. All right.
Dude, just go above and beyond and get Kobe beef. You know, fuck it.
The good stuff,
Yeah.
dude. Like that Wagyu's, like straight up. Dude.
Oh yeah, just Washington
That's
Wagyu.
that's that high dollar.
That's a new
stuff,
business,
dude.
bro.
Yeah.
Washington Wagyu.
I was telling my wife, I was like, all right, so we own a business, and then, you know, I'm getting to be a business owner. I was like, my next one, I want to own a pawn shop.
Why?
Dude, that'd be sweet. They're just bringing in. The problem is, I would probably just buy all the stuff, the shitty stuff that
Yeah.
people bring in and keep it for myself.
That's why you want to do it. I think you should just own an antique store at this point, dude.
I want to be a pawn shop owner, dude.
Sounds, dude, like this is the most. Imagine your resume, you know, just
It'd
like
be
as a
wild.
career of people's career. Yeah, traveling waterfowler,
Oh my god.
goat herder, dog kennel owner,
Dude, it's crazy.
beef cattle farmer, and pawn shop owner.
Just
Well,
a
and what
crazy
what
bitch.
exactly is your title at Dive Bomb? Is it like marketing?
Remote marketing specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
jack of many trades.
All kinds of stuff, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Tell us how you kind of like broke into the industry a little bit.
I don't know.
Shooting widge, bro.
Well, that's what it was,
It was
right?
the widge. Like
Yeah, it was literally just
100%.
killing a shitload of widgeon.
I don't think anybody had ever posted like the caliber of widge that we shoot. And I started posting it, and it just started like skyrocketing. And I was like, "Holy shit! I guess
Yeah.
people really have never seen this before."
Oh yeah.
Like I said, like it's just our regular life. And I was like, "Dude, I just wanted to start, posting hunts." And
Yeah.
it just went. Poof.
Yeah,
And I
well,
was
dude,
like, holy shit!
as you know, like we like shooting widgeon. Joey,
Yeah.
I remember before you went on to Dive Bomb.
Yeah.
I remember Joey coming in one day and he's like, "Dude, have you seen this guy Matt Judy?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "He kills a lot of widgeon." I'm
dude.
like, "Oh, really?"
Well,
he's like, "Yeah."
in the
look at
famous
this."
Dive Bomb video where you guys killed your limit
Yeah.
in one flock.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, that was, dude. It's just like a typical widge hunt. If we're on a good one, you're looking at a feed of probably like 3,000 to 5,000. There's not a single mallard in there, and they
Yeah.
are in grass like this short that we're sitting on right now. It's like
Is it
somebody's
winter
front
wheat?
lawn.
Ouchie.
No, it's just like fescue grass, like just pasture grass. There's some winter wheat too for cover crops, but it's just like they just eat grass shoots like this short.
What are they? They're just eating grass shoots.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
wondering
like,
if it was
dude,
bugs
like
or
the golf course at home like hates them because they just destroy their fairways.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
dude, just thousands of them.
They let you hunt?
No, they don't because it's in town. But
They should. They should get a
hate 'em,
special
dude.
permit.
They hate them. But so if we're on a good widge hunt, and I'm looking at like 3,000 to 5,000 widge, I know it's gonna be good in the morning. And literally the first flock every time is usually like 1,000 wad right out the gate,
Oh my god.
just whistling. Dude.
Oh my god.
Just covered in a beehive of whistles, and you just like shoot 1,000 wad, and then it's probably like 30 to 50 packs, a couple 4-packs. Like it's just like it's madness, dude. And there's not like a single mallard mixed in with
it's
them.
like hard to even just
pure
imagine it.
widge. And then if you want to like the Euros, they make a different whistle than a regular widge.
can you do
So
it for us?
It's like a widge.
Gotta wet the
mouth's a
whistle,
little
literally. You gotta wet the whistle.
See if I can do it.
love
Regular widge, it's a two-tone. It's like
Yeah.
Euro, it's like one sharp, And once you hear it, you'll be able to pick it out every single time.
Yeah.
It'll be like a flock, like 100. You'll hear a Euro pipe off. You're like, oh shit, there's a Euro in this one. And you just work them until you find that little red
Wait till
head.
you find the red.
Yeah, and then you just shoot them.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, but like it's magical.
Yeah.
The magic Widge land, dude.
It's so insane. No, we need to come. We need to go out there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Like last year, I had a weekend where I shot, I don't know, like 200 and something. I had 100 stacks back to back, and they were like 10,000 bird feeds Saturday and Sunday. Just ridiculous.
Oh my.
Do they
Ridiculous.
band them heavily out there?
No, they're rare, dude.
How many?
Rare.
How many has you and your group shot?
One.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
one Widge band in our
Out of thousands.
entire career out of thousands.
Where was it banded? Was it local or
It was
Alaska?
it was Northwest Territories.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so way up there.
Yeah, but most of our bands will come from Alaska.
Well, because all the Widge bands that I've heard of being killed, it's like 4. It's a super
Yeah.
rare band,
Dude,
and they're either shot in Texas or
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And they're always from way up there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've heard of one
Way
North
up there.
Dakota Widge band.
Yeah. Dude, they're just rare. They don't track them. They don't band them. There's not that much data on them. They're just like nothing. And we just kill thousands of them. And I've only been a part of shooting one. Like a couple of my other buddies down to the south, they kill, one every now and then, but it's just rare. Like we get a bunch of mallard bands, but you shoot a Widge band, you're like, yeah, like, dude, finally.
Yeah.
But,
It's also like there's 10,000 in the field.
yeah.
So like, I mean, it's not like you're looking at like 400 geese. So like this
Yeah,
group of geese got
exactly. Like,
banded
you're
and
just
they,
looking at
migrated. Dude,
ass load of them.
yeah, it's unbelievable.
But
Is it Is it a smaller band than a mallard?
Yeah.
Because what's a mallard?
Yeah.
Size 6?
I don't know. I don't even know the size of them.
I don't know. I know geese are 8.
Connoisseur. Yeah.
Geese are
But
8.
they are smaller. Yeah, I've like held one before, and they're a little bit smaller. I'm just searching for the pure storm, dude. That is I've killed like everything. But I'm picky with these things too. If it's like a 3/4, that's not good enough.
That's
for me.
mine.
If it has one little like gray flake in it, that's not good enough. I want pure white with nothing on it.
I was going to show them that when I shot in Texas.
for sure.
Dude.
No, they are.
Like, that's my elusive one, dude. I see them every now and then, but to like decoy and kill one, it's so hard. They're so much more rare than a Euro. Yeah, that's what I'm after, dude.
That's a beautiful
That's what
bird,
I'm
right?
after.
Let me see that one again.
jealous.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Yeah, that's sick.
But to find one that's pure white is so hard.
Yeah.
Like they're so rare.
Because what it is a genetic mutation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Like, and we shoot, like, there's all sorts of variation. They'll have, like, a white chin strap or, like, a white strap right here or just, like, kind of.
Yep.
But they're just that pure one, dude. It's
Right.
just killing me that I can't kill one because I don't even have a Widge mounted on the wall yet. Like, I
Right.
don't even have a Widge
Well, yeah,
mount.
you
don't
have
have a
10,000
Euro?
of them.
So now I made it. No, I don't even have a Euro, dude. So now, I made it where I won't mount a Widge until I kill that storm.
That
Yeah,
perfect storm.
That's when I'm gonna mount a Widge.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
I'm holding
sick.
out. I'm holding out because
I mean,
it'll happen someday. I don't know when. But
Let's just say you've shot 50 Euro, which is probably light, right?
No.
And you don't have a single one
You
mounted.
shot
No, I
50
don't-
euros?
I wouldn't say 50, but because we don't target them. If you
Sure.
target them, I know some people who shoot a lot of them
Yeah.
because they target them. And
Yeah.
I've been part of killing a bunch of them, but I just don't really have the desire to put one on the wall. Really, like
Yeah.
one of my best buds, Kyle Teemers, man, he saved one last year, and he got that sent off, so he's getting a Euro mounted. But I'm holding out for that storm, dude. That's the only one I'm gonna mount. Then maybe I'll mount a Euro after.
Would
that.
you mount a storm if it wasn't shot at home?
No.
Okay, so it's gotta be a storm from
on my
home.
home ground.
Sure.
It can't be from anywhere else. It
Yeah.
has to be like in my spread in the home ground.
Yeah.
What's crazy is when we were in Kansas and we shot mine, you could see that thing in a flock.
Oh
of,
yeah,
like
dude.
it was a flock
They
of 200
stick out
ducks.
like crazy. Like
was a
it's
flock
just
of
a
200
white
ducks.
beam, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We all saw that, and he's like, Joey, you need to shoot that. I was
He's
like, shut
like,
the fuck
"Shoot
up.
that
Shut the
thing."
fuck up. It's got to get closer. Come on, shut up.
You're like, yo, chill.
It's
I'm
like
tracking
that.
it, bro. I'm
They're
tracking
so
it.
pretty, man.
They are.
It's so cool.
And like we've had instances too, like where we'll have like a single duck coming into Euro and like everybody whiffs on it. Like I've seen multiple times that happen. It's like a single Euro.
Jitters, dude.
Yeah, people just get nervous because I'll call it out. It'll like bark like 50 yards out. I was like, oh, a Euro coming in. And then just everybody whiffs. And I'm like just watching it fly off. Like, damn it.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Real quick, this podcast is also sponsored by Onyx, by the way, and I'm sure you use the shit out of Onyx, right?
Always.
What would you say is your favorite part of Onyx? Because they've been changing the app just a shitload as of late.
I like the yardage measurement feature.
Yeah.
Because so we hike in. We don't drive in the fields. Like we cannot. It's too wet.
Soaking
too sloppy.
wet.
Oh yeah.
You can't even take an ATV in, like, because you're just rutting stuff up. So I always am curious how far our packing's going to be. So the night before, I'm always just like, it's 300 yards, 200 yards. How many
and then
guys
it's like 600 yards, but you tell your buddies it's 400 yards.
You know? Exactly.
Right.
They're like, bro, this sucks. We're like trudging through potato fields this deep in mud. Like, it's so miserable. So I'm always using that feature, and I'm just like, because we're just walk everywhere. Like, no driving.
Have you ever thought of using the decoy carts?
I haven't, because it's too. They would just sink unless they had big
that
fat
bad?
tires on them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. You could put those big
if I put like big
road
turf tires or something, like those big fat ones, I could probably float on top. But it's so wet. Like when you're hunting what we hunt and it's raining 5 days a week and you're just soaked, literally always, and you're just literally every step is about that deep in the mud.
That's insane.
It's terrible.
I just feel like I'd be so
terrible.
depressed if I
Do you
lived
wear
in an
waders?
area.
I wear waders sometimes in the field, more so. I just wear boots, this tall and bibs, but. Dude, you're just soaked always.
How are you not depressed with it raining 5 days a week?
It's kind of a thing, in the PNW. Like, you don't see the sun from October to March, pretty much.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, and it's like seasonal depression is like a real thing there.
Yeah.
Guys, this podcast is fueled by Outlaw Mile High Light Beer. It is fueled. And you know how nice it is to have a beer while you're doing a podcast or just talking with your buddies? You need a beer while you're doing it. This beer is so good. I'm so happy with it. And guess what, guys? It is now available in Minnesota, and that is amazing. It's been available in Iowa and Wisconsin. So if you're in the Midwest, it is available by you. If you want to see where they carry it in your state, you can go to their website and they have a map for it. I'm a huge fan of this beer, and I know you will be too.
Go check it out.
Kind of like in Alaska, people in Alaska, it's like the same
daylight.
thing. You just don't. It just rains and it's cloudy, and you don't. Like when the sun comes out, dude, like everybody's out walking around. Maybe like the first day in like 2 weeks, you see the sun, like everybody's out.
We've got 2 hours.
You're like, yo, get out in that sunlight real quick because we don't see that shit.
Just vitamin D. They just need all of it.
Like, I don't think a lot of people could hang in the conditions that we hunt. Literally day in and day out.
Dude, rain, I hate rain.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
And we were born in it, so we just got to deal with it.
What do you think you are, Bane from Batman?
Yeah, dude.
You merely adapted to the rain.
Exactly.
I was born in it.
Like, I'm going to other places to hunt for dive bomb. They're like driving up right where they're set up. I was like, bro, you have no idea how good you can have it driving into a field, dude. Like, hell no, we can't
They're
do
bitching
that.
just walking 100 yards.
Like, bro, oh, damn, the walk back's pretty steep. It's like 100 yards.
In Minnesota, for whatever reason, I can't tell you why, every farmer is like, we got to till the shit out of our fields.
Oh, yeah, immediately.
So they're just like upside down giant pieces of clay.
Oh, yeah.
You will ruin your suspension. You will jack up your trailer. And then also half the time the farmer's like, no, you can't drive out there.
You can't drive out there,
It's like, bud, that's a 1,000-yard walk, and you're not touching that field until March.
Oh, yeah, it's just going to sit there.
And they're just like, nope.
Nope, not happening.
Nope, I'm going to bust a disc.
Come on.
I'm going to bust a disc. Okay. I'm going to bust my disc. Walking
for sure. For sure. Lease it to you and then till it like 4 days later.
Yep, exactly, dude.
It's awful. We're like one of the only states in the Midwest, South Dakota, North Dakota, they're like, it's bad for the soil. It's like, that makes sense.
Yep.
All the wind out there will take their topsoil, and then they have no nutrients. In Minnesota, they're like, fuck it.
They're like,
Yeah, they're like, oh,
care.
it's great. We're doing
Don't
it.
give a fuck. I'm tilling that shit ASAP, dude.
Now that you've traveled like all over the country, can you talk about some of your favorite places that you've been to hunt now that aren't from home?
I love West Texas, dude. Like, love West Texas because it's so different from where I'm at. Like, it's just flat, and we don't really hunt little geese too much. And so it's flat and dry, and driving into fields, and like I'm hunting in like hay dudes and shit like out there. Like, it's amazing, dude. I can throw on like bibs without having to put the muck boots on, dude. And you're just like laying in a big old spread out there because I love hunting under tall socks too. So that's like they just smash them under the tall socks in these big flat open fields. Like, I love it out there, dude. It's so fun. Just because it's so different,
Yeah. Always dry.
And dry. I like hunting dry places because it's like a little break finally for me. I'm like, gosh, damn, finally I don't got to throw my bibs in the dryer afterwards,
man.
dude.
What place? Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah. Well, are you like when you're traveling a lot for Dive Bomb? Are you expected to be one of like the personalities on camera?
Yes.
Or are you focusing on something else?
No. So I'm doing like Instagram stories, like basic phone stuff. Jake and Jordan do all like the heavy filming, and I'm kind of just like the personality, for a YouTube video or.
You're
a
the
vlog.
yup guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like kind of like a face to the company and filming and
provide some spark to the videos.
Hype it up. A little bit.
So you got to bring your A game, dude.
I'm always hyped, dude. Like
That's
I
right.
hate people that are boring when you're hunting. Like I can't stand that, dude. I'm like, yo, get happy, smile, do
Have some
something,
fun, dude.
We just ripped
Like,
into a 200
exactly. Like let out a little holler or something, dude. Like
Yeah, man.
because I'm
No,
just
no.
always amped.
When did it become a thing in waterfowl that you had to act like you do this every day? You know what I mean?
Like what do you mean by that?
Where
Like,
it's just like what
oh,
you're
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
like
yeah,
get
like,
jacked
oh,
up,
yeah,
man.
like,
no,
oh, yeah.
we
Oh,
shot a 6-man,
that's
in an
light
hour.
work, like,
That's light
yeah,
work.
yeah,
That's what we
it's
do
like,
every day. It's like, no,
whatever.
man,
It
we
ain't-
just
it ain't
shot that
that
mallard at 3 feet.
Exactly, dude. Like it's like my hunt button like resets after every night, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, we're going again. Let's do it. Like fuck yeah.
Yeah,
But
you're
then you got
excited.
some dudes who are just like deadbeat as hell, and like I can see like when you're guiding and stuff, and you're doing it for like 150.
When you're
days
realizing that
straight.
you don't want to be a guy anymore. You love
But, like,
waterfall hunting,
still,
but
it's
you
like,
don't
dude,
like watching people
It's
shoot.
like just get out there and enjoy it. Like you can only do it for 3 or 4 months out of the year, so like take advantage of it. Like
Yeah.
dude, like just like the widge thing. I've shot thousands of them, and every time we decoy a fat water widge, I lose my shit every single time.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Like if you
As
watch
you
vids
should.
that I post, I'm always hollering or I'm always laughing after it or some shit like that, dude. So
Yeah,
I like
dude.
to hunt with people who are like amped up.
Oh
Yeah, and it sounds like there's nothing chill about the way you're doing it because you're fucking wet and tired by the
No,
time you
there's
set
not.
the decoys.
So you gotta like keep.
You
Like
gotta be
most people are
excited.
gonna sit there miserable as hell. I was like, dude, just make it fun. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're getting 2 inches of rain today. Screw it.
Yeah,
Just deal with it.
it's gonna be
And
great.
get hyphy.
That's right, dude. I love it, man. That's awesome.
We went out to Montana a couple years ago, and we had to fly into Seattle for a connecting flight.
Yeah.
And dude, that was one of the most beautiful descents I've ever
Oh yeah,
seen
coming in on the ocean, like all the mountains
in my life.
So pretty.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
these huge mountainous islands
Oh, yeah.
with just covered in fucking pine trees
Massive
or whatever.
pine
dude.
trees.
We're going over
and
this mountain. It's
evergreen
full
trees.
of snow, evergreens everywhere, and then the clouds break, and you just see the ocean and all
Yeah,
these
dude.
bays. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's amazing,
dude.
Like, I'm telling you, like I was saying
Beautiful
earlier,
out
the
there, man.
scenery is just like that in itself. Like some people will come and like, yeah, we won't have a good weekend, and they come from like states away, and they're like, dude, I've never hunted in like a view like this before. So they still like it. Like it's still a good experience. Like everybody else. Like I have bad hunts too. I get boned
Yeah.
all the time. Even like with Dive Bomb coming out a few times before I started working with them, like we just get shafted, and I'm just feeling like a piece of shit. And they're still like, "Oh, dude, it's still a good experience. Like it's still awesome, like coming out and seeing where you live and like just everything."
Yeah.
So yeah, like coming into Seattle, I look at it every time, and I'm always like looking for scoters down in the ocean and shit when you're coming out, dude.
Trying to find your next spot.
Yeah, dude.
is that what you're close to then? Is Seattle?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, scoter hunting is like my secret little like favorite hobby, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
Tell us about that, like the ins and outs of it and some of the
like,
differences.
dude, well, I
and-
didn't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I see guys going out and like shooting. I'm like, dude, that's so close to me. Why don't I just go try it? So I launched at my grandma's beach house one day, and I was like, I painted up some like old flambeaus black and made this shitty little long line. And
Yeah.
dude, they're so dumb. They just like come to anything. And like you feel like I'm in a 14-foot lund with no blind or anything, and you feel like you should be like hunkered down and hiding, but they don't care. And they just be coming in, and they're hard to shoot because they come low and just screaming. Like I can't hit scoters for the life of me, dude. I'll burn like a whole box on them trying to kill them. But it's just like sometimes, like when it's getting late in the season, I'm getting kind of worn down, and I see like we have nothing to hunt. I
Yeah.
get kind of hyped to go out. And
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
scoters, dude.
Well, you
Yeah,
kind of
man.
never know what you're going to shoot out
And
there,
it's,
right?
yeah, and it's like so chill. Like you're not like trying to be quiet and hide and like do all this stuff. You're literally just chilling on a boat, waiting for something to fly by you, and you don't have to do anything. You're just like,
Are you
hanging
fishing at the same
out.
time
No,
too?
I wish we could.
Oh, it's illegal.
It's the salmon like aren't in season or whatever, but in the
Dude,
winter.
I would totally just be having a pole off and
Dude, I know
chilling.
some guy did a hunt that I was so jealous of. One of my buddies that I know went on the river, caught coho, and shot a mallard limit in the same morning.
That's so sick.
That is sick, dude.
That's so sick.
That's like Alaska status
Yeah.
stuff,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was so jealous. I was like, dude, that's so fucking badass. Catching
badass.
4 salmon and then go and shoot a mallard limit, dude. That's so sick.
So sick.
So I need to get me a riverboat rig so I can go do some shit like that.
Well, like a jet motor.
Yeah. Like a jet sled. I don't have one, but I know lots of my buddies do, but we just don't mess with the river
Yeah.
really.
Is it
pretty
sketchy
dangerous?
or?
No, it's not sketchy. It's just like I don't want to spend all that money on a jet boat to maybe use it every now and then.
Sure.
I'd have to want to get like
'Cause they're not
super
cheap.
into it. Hell no, dude. They're so expensive, especially on the West
Yeah.
Coast. On the West Coast, everything is so much more expensive than anywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, my dad. Remember my dad had that jet motor.
Yeah.
Sold it.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Like, it's fun. I'll go out with my buddies and you're like running in like 8 inches of water with a tiller jet pump. Like, that shit's
Yeah.
badass. But
Sick.
I just don't want to buy one.
Yeah, that's the problem. And then the other issue is like my dad, when he ordered his, he had to wait for like 2 years
Jeez, dude.
just to get it.
Yeah.
Like they're on such a long back order.
If
that,
I buy one, it's going to be an old shitty one off Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
that
Right.
barely runs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. For sure. That's exactly what you're gonna do. And then you're gonna become like a boat mechanic.
yeah,
you know,
dude, hell yeah.
that's your next thing, dude.
Working on all kinds of shit, dude. Gosh,
So
dang.
if you had to pinpoint it to one thing, what would you say has probably been the coolest perk working for Dive Bomb?
It's easily just getting around the country and seeing what's outside of your home ground.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, before I started doing all this stuff, I thought it was I had no idea what the rest of the country was like for waterfowl hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I don't really watch anybody's videos or anything, so I just kind of like stick at home, stay in my little 10 square miles, small town, and just do my own thing.
Yeah.
And then to travel, like there was one year I hunted like 9 different states, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. And then you just make friends wherever you go.
Yeah.
So now I know like people throughout the entire country. That's not
Right.
just my hometown anymore.
For
and
sure.
then you become like just like you guys. Like we're homies now. Like I would have never known you guys if I didn't start doing all this
Totally.
stuff.
It's so nice
For like
too.
everything.
I always think about it too because all the people that like we've met across the country hunting, I'm always in my head like every place that I ever go for anything else.
Yeah.
I'm typically within like 2 hours of somebody
Yeah, you're
that
like,
I
you
know
know-
good
you know
enough
somebody
that
somewhere.
if I needed help, like I
Yeah.
could get someone to
Yeah.
come help me, or I could stay somewhere or something.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
nice.
Selfishly, I think, like when my kids grow up, like I'm gonna bring them fucking everywhere.
Yep.
You know, like
Yeah.
my daughter,
Yep.
I've taken her hunting already 4 times. She's 2 years old.
Yeah.
Just like brought her into the back country of Wyoming,
Hell
just
yeah,
put her on the
dude.
bighorn. And she's like she looks like the Michelin Man in a pink like like
just
snowsuit,
chilling, yeah.
and she's just like this on the bank, just eating grass. And I'm like, this is so dope. I shot
You're
my
like,
limit of
dude, this is
mallards
sick.
and 2 golden eyes, and my wife
Yeah.
can't hit shit. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is the coolest shit ever.
Dude, hell yeah.
And so, like, as the kids get older, like, my dad was really good at this. He brought me hunting everywhere when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I cannot wait to do that with my kids. And so I've just already prepped
Yeah.
everybody in my life where they're just like,
Dude,
come on out,
like-
man. You can come out anytime.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm bringing my kids.
You're like, they're coming with.
they're coming
Yeah.
with.
Oh,
They're like,
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, that's a hell of an experience for them because, like me growing up, my dad didn't hunt. I'm self-taught. I did everything from the ground up by myself.
Yeah.
No mentors, no nothing, and just kind of figured it out. And I had no idea where I would end up when I was 16 years old trying to shoot a duck, and now
Yeah.
I'm doing all this stuff for Dive Bomb.
You're
and,
getting paid
like,
to do it now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like
dope.
getting paid to do this stuff now. Little 16-year-old me had no fucking idea I would end up here. And like,
Did you start hunting when you were 16?
no, I've been hunting since I was like 12, but
Okay.
I didn't really get super into it until like I got my license, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
start buying decoys and do my own thing, scouting, but self-taught, dude, and end up here. It's like just ridiculous.
A
I was
dream.
thinking about it the other day because like a little photo popped up when I was like 11. I was just like holding a duck like this, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. That little guy would have no idea what this,
Yeah.
what 30-year-old Jude be doing now, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. It's crazy because you do get caught up in like just the day to day of
Oh,
the
yeah,
work and all
you-
this stuff. And I remember the other day I was on my way home talking to my wife, and it was like, you know, if when we started this thing 8 years ago, you could have told me that we would have the opportunities to go the
Oh,
places
yeah,
and meet
I'll-
the people and what
dude.
we're doing now, like I'd have been
You have no idea.
I'd have shit myself.
Little baby Joey was growing up watching Alex Langbell
Yeah.
on The Foul Life.
Hell yeah.
And watching RNTV and watching Sean Stahl, and they're like two of my best friends in the industry.
And now you're just like hanging out
They're
with
the
them.
coolest
They're just, like,
motherfuckers
homies with them now.
ever.
Exactly, dude.
You know, Sean Stahl, I'm pretty sure thinks I'm gay. So he's just like, he's just always trashing me. He's met my wife and my kids, and he's like, you're fucking.
He's like,
no, that's a farce.
Nope. This
That's a
fake.
farce, dude.
It's a cover up.
It's a really good cover up, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn it, dude.
So, what places have you been, man, that like surprised you? Where you were like, oh, I don't know what this will be like, and then you got there and you were pretty. I mean, I've seen you guys have hunted obviously all over, Matt, and like you've seen so many weird things. Like, tell us a couple of your favorite things or something that shocked you.
I think what surprised me was Colorado, on the Front Range in Colorado.
Yeah.
But like when I showed up, I got like a hunt of a lifetime that like never happens there.
Yeah.
Like like their whole style, pit blind hunting, running traffic, like all that, like that's foreign to me. I had no idea what I was getting into, and all of a sudden we get this hunt where we shot a double limit of little geese and mallards, and these guys are like, this doesn't happen here.
Yeah, it's like all geese.
Yeah, they're like, this never fucking happens. And we had like the most banging duck hunt ever, so that surprised me. Like I wasn't expecting that at all, but I got lucky and ran into a good one. And then another place that surprised me was like upstate New York.
Yeah.
Hunting honkers up there, dude. That was a whole new experience for me. I'd never been to the East Coast. And then you're just like shooting 6 shells at honkers in September, dude.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And like they're running traffic too. They set up in big grass fields and they're hunting like little like half feed, half traffic, and you're just like breaking them down. Like that shit blew my mind too.
I'm about to go do that for the first time at the end of September, and I cannot explain to you how excited I am.
It's so fun. I did it for the first time last year.
Oh my god.
We hunted New York, and then we popped up into Ontario, and then hunted honkers up there, which is just ridiculous.
Dude.
And then I actually shot a honker band from, I think it was from Virginia in Ontario.
Nice.
And I got to keep it and put that on the lanyard.
That's
from that
sick.
trip.
It was on the reverse.
Yeah.
Heading north.
Yeah,
That's so sick.
It was so badass, dude.
Was it pretty old too?
I think it was like 3 or something.
Honestly, if it's over a year, cool. You know?
Like it actually made it through.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Well, and then one thing I'm excited for this year is I get to go down to Louisiana and do the early teal for the first time, and I've never hunted the South before.
Dude. Get ready.
I feel like it's going to be like hot and sticky and humid, just like shooting the piss out of teal.
Oh, you're going to be hunting a T-shirt?
I think it's going to be pretty fun because I never get to hunt in T-shirts and shit. So I'm hyped for that. That'll be a whole new experience that I have no idea what to expect from that.
Guys, this podcast is brought to you by SoundGear, and I know that some of you out there have recently probably done something very stupid where you go out and you shoot your gun without any hearing protection in, and every time you do it, you will hear a ring, a slight little ring that occurs to you, okay? And if you don't, then you're already in bad trouble. So what you should do is use our discount code, which is an insane discount that we're doing now with SoundGear. 20% off your customs. You can order them through the website. No more phone number. So it's Flyways is the code. So go to soundgear.com and use code Flyways for 20% off customs.
20%, dude.
20% off customs.
Save your
You've never
hearing.
done it before. Specialty for this. So please go use it. Check it out. Don't be a dummy.
Save your hearing, guys. We've gotten to hunt down in Louisiana like 4 or 5 times with Wade and his buddies, man. And it is a whole different world down there.
I can see that.
Like, you just think about, like, people talk about scouting for ducks in the South, and they're like, man, it's so much different. And it is.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
They have to, like, take a whole day off of work.
Holy shit.
And, like, launch their boat.
Oh,
and go.
Dude,
like, it's all from the water.
That's foreign to me because we don't have water.
It's nonsense.
Like you're scouting from that's wild to have to actually launch a boat to go scout.
Yeah.
It's totally
man,
foreign.
it's nuts. And it's like you said, like it's a full day event, you know, like they're out there all day just driving around on water trying to find ducks.
And what's crazy about it, this is the part that I didn't understand. Like we went out scouting one time the night before a hunt, and there was no one else scouting. So we're like, cool, like we for sure got this spot. Guess what, dude? There's like 6 boats racing towards that exact spot the next day. It's like, how?
Just straight mob. Like,
how do you know?
Dude.
And we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, just like, how do you show up out here? What
How
the
do you
hell?
know that?
Like thought you had it in the bag and like here's 6 other boats.
Just and they're going mock Jesus in the middle of the night, and there's trees everywhere, and you're like, how do you know where to go?
Yeah,
dude?
oh yeah,
dude, them locals, dude, they know fucking everything.
Oh yeah,
that's their whole world, man.
Yeah.
And the other thing is too that like shocked me the most when we started traveling so much from Midwest Flyways is like down south, man. Like duck hunting is a different thing. Like the way that it's a religion, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I will never forget flying into the West Monroe Airport.
Yeah.
And they have duck decoys in the pond at the airport.
Oh shit, dude! It's a
lifestyle. They had, like,
it's a
mojo spinning.
lifestyle, bro.
wild.
And I'm like, that blew my mind. I was like, wow, they
Yeah.
love duck hunting so much that it's
Yeah.
like the first thing they want you to see when you get out of that
Straight duck
airport is
hunt,
like
look,
a duck
they're
hunter's
like,
pond.
You look at this shit right now.
That's right, dude. Get comfortable. It's crazy. Blew my mind. Super cool,
dude.
though, dude. That's the coolest part, right? Like every place you go to
it's so
is a new
different.
experience. They do it all completely differently.
Oh yeah.
And like you were talking about, you know, like a lot of people couldn't hang where you're hunting,
Oh,
right?
they
Because they're
couldn't,
wet and
dude.
like doing
They
the,
would-
you know,
they would-
trudging.
They would puss out so fast.
And the craziest part is, right, like then you do go like some of these other places and like there are places where it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And then there's also places like Louisiana where it's like
it's tough.
you sleep for 1 hour
Yep.
every
Dude,
night.
Dude.
it's too
You
much.
drive 2 hours to a boat launch.
couldn't do
You
it.
wait at the
They're
boat launch.
driving
You
2 hours minimum
Bro.
to
Oh,
go
yeah.
to their hunting spots.
It's
and it's
nuts,
like,
That's
Matt.
insane.
So they'll get up.
All of them.
They'll get up at 1 to 2 in the morning,
shit.
go out and scout, and then they'll find the birds.
Yeah.
Then they'll come back, and then they will get all of their gear ready because there's a lot of gear needed for that shit.
Oh yeah.
Way too much. And then
Dude.
you'll get to bed because you're hanging out with buddies. Whenever you get to bed at like
Yep.
11 midnight, you're up again at 1:30.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
you're
my
driving another
gosh.
2.5 hours, 2 hours
That's
to
a
go to your
whole-
spot.
I'll never forget the first time we went and Wade legitimate. I know I've talked about this, but
Yeah.
it was like 11 p.m. Maybe it was 11:30, and Wade's like, "We should get to bed." And we're like, "Okay, sounds good." I'm like, "What time should I set my alarm clock for?" He goes, "I'm not shitting you, Matt." He straight face goes, 1.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
Oh, did you
When
think?
I was like,
did you
cool,
think he
cool.
was lying?
"Yeah." I was like,
I
"So
would
what time
too.
for real?" He's like, 1 a.m. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
"Why are we even going to bed, Wade?" And he's like,
Full
"Well,
all-nighter.
1 hour nap's better than no nap."
I mean, that's true.
That is true,
Well,
right?
It's like, when's sunrise?
Dude,
Is it 2:30 a.m. out here?
Yeah. What? That's fucking crazy.
I could not hang with that, dude.
It's crazy.
I don't drive more than 20 minutes to hunt every single spot at home.
Yeah, no lie.
Like,
I'd
I'm-
rather be
I'm-
wet and walk out
I'd
with
be
you.
pretty spoiled like with that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just ridiculous. 'cause-
I don't know if I would have ever gotten into duck hunting if that was the case in
Yeah,
Minnesota.
dude, I probably would have been burnt out so fast and be like, nah, I ain't doing this.
And like I'll
hell
go like
no.
every third weekend. How about
Yeah,
that?
like I do this
Well-
every now and then, not just every fucking day.
And the hard part too is like now that I know what's out there, now that I like understand how great it is and why I want to do it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, like now I'm willing to do it.
Oh, yeah,
but
because you get
but
into
when
it.
you're a kid,
Dude, if you're like a beginner starting
That's
out
what
and you
I'm
just
saying.
get tossed into that.
that's what I mean, man. It would turn you off. It'd be hard
dude,
to
it
not
just-
get turned off.
It'd be like bringing your buddy who's like never hunted before on something like that and they'd be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not coming back.
yeah, you have to be mad at him if you're hunting down there.
Yeah.
You know, like
Hell
Yeah.
no, dude. That's
We've got
ridiculous.
buddies. When I first started like really getting back into duck hunting, I grew up hunting with my dad, and then at like 14, he's like, "I'm done." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" He started
Like,
selling all of his
what?
property, and I'm like, "Damn it!" And I have to like refigure out how to
You're
do
like,
this because I grew up
oh.
hunting private.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so nice.
Yeah.
Like we'd go out there in the summer and we'd do moist soil management.
Yeah,
We'd
all
plant
kinds of
Japanese
stuff.
millet. And it was so cool. We had pits in the ground, like near water. I'm like, this
Mm-hmm.
is so sick. This is duck hunting. And then I go out and I start hunting public, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You're like, bro, what did I just get tossed into?
This is not cool. But then I bought a boat. Then I started shooting every species of duck, and I'm like, wow, this is like
Yeah.
incredible. It like relit the fire.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And I started taking my buddies out because I used to party so much. I've talked about this a bunch on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd take buddies out, and they'd be like, why aren't you like getting drunk with us at the U of M anymore? I'm like,
Yep.
well, I'm duck hunting. They're like,
Yep.
never done that. So I bring them out, and I'd have like extra clothes. I didn't
Yeah,
have an extra
dude.
pair of waders, so
Yeah.
they just sit in the boat the whole time. They're like, this is what you've been doing, dude?
yeah,
I'm like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'd be doing this.
isn't this sick, dude?
Yeah, like, isn't this badass?
I was
dope.
I was bringing out like 45 people a year for
Yeah.
their first duck hunt.
Damn, dude.
And they were just like, maybe like 5
Yeah,
would keep
a
going.
small
Yeah,
margin
fine.
that
Right.
actually got into it.
Right.
Shit, yeah,
It was
well,
fun though.
dude. Just like partying and stuff. I go sober every single duck season.
Oh,
from
really?
October to February. I just cut it off.
Nice.
Not
Yeah.
a single beer for October to February. And it's nice, dude. Like, I would recommend it to anybody if you want to try it because you're like, you wake up, you don't feel like shit. You're dialed, you're ready to go, and you're just like locked in. And there was one morning, like, I don't know, probably like 6 years ago, I was just hungover as hell, laying in the layout blind. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. So I just cut it off during the season.
Yeah.
But I do drink a shit ton of beer in the off season to make up for it. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. When you don't have to get up early and trudge out
like
there.
in the summer, dude, I have like summer Jude and winter Jude. And summer Jude likes to party a lot.
Oh,
That's good, man. You got to get your quota in, you
Dude,
know, and
hell
just have
yeah.
the fun. And then it's a different
yeah.
kind of fun
Yeah.
come waterfowl season.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
So
you
I
got to
just-
try. I don't know if do you guys have Outlaw in your state?
I haven't seen it. No,
It's
I've seen
like
you guys posting about it.
Blue
but
cans and shit. Once I
haven't
started
seen
drinking that, like this is so serious. Like
Yeah.
not just because we're sponsored by them.
Yeah, yeah.
I literally can't drink Busch Light anymore.
it. Really?
Yeah, Busch Light gives me a heartburn now.
Damn.
I can't do it. After
Yeah.
drinking this beer, I'm like,
Damn, dude.
oh no, I was the Busch Light king.
I could never swerve from Bush, dude.
Dude,
I've never.
I'm telling ya.
I do not swerve.
I'm
from
telling
it.
ya.
You have to try
So
one and see.
dedicated, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, I might have to get
I'll
one
change
to
your
try,
life.
dude.
I'll change your life.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if I could switch
It's
to the
so much
different
cheaper.
blue can,
It's
dude.
so much cheaper.
Damn.
He doesn't care. He's like,
Yeah.
it's not the price problem. He's got 17 businesses, man. Like this guy doesn't care how much his beer
Just a
costs, okay?
businessman now,
He's
dude.
willing to splurge on the Busch Light. Let's just say he's willing to splurge.
Who would have ever thought in 2024 you would be splurging on Busch Light?
Dude, for real.
Dude. Because
fucked
what is it
up.
a case now for Busch? 25?
I just bought some last night, 25 for like 24 beers.
Fuck.
Dude, it used to be
Yeah.
like 19, 20
Yeah,
bucks.
dude. In college, I would get a 30 bomb for $17.
Right.
Like, why is what
That's
the hell?
what I think. That's maybe you need to go back to Outlaw now.
I think it's 17, 18 bucks for a case of pounders
Yeah, dude.
of Outlaw.
That's
Yep.
cheap.
It's
There
different.
you go.
It hits different.
It's like I always describe it as like it's like the lightest Kona you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a little citrus in
Just
it.
got a little bit to
Just
it.
tiny,
You can just
a
keep-
little touch.
The problem is you can keep drinking it. You
just
know?
keep
And it's just like,
then you get sneaky
this
drunk.
is
Yeah.
8.
You're like, oh damn,
This
I'm
is
feeling kind of
8
good,
in 6 hours. This is dangerous, man. I got to call my wife.
dude. I love me.
Come
some
grab
beer,
me.
dude.
Where are you going this year, dude?
Oh, all
What are you most
over.
pumped for?
All over.
Yeah.
I always love our Canada trips. Like
Yeah.
in September, dude, we go to Canada. I think we're going to Canada like 3 times in September or
Shit.
something. But
Damn.
I love Canada because it's just like
You a
get-
Berta guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally anywhere in Canada.
Well, I
just
heard that
love
they
it,
have the
dude.
biggest population of mallards in Canada.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I would believe it because it's just the hunting up there. It's just unreal, dude. The amount of birds. Like we have lots of birds at home, and I go up there, I'm like, wow, we don't have shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
This is on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I told Joey like going to Canada last year was our first time going up there,
Yeah.
and I said like it met my expectations for opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're not guaranteed anything, but there are definitely more birds there than you got at home.
Dude.
It's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have thousands and thousands at home, and I went up there and I was like, dude, I don't even. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home feels like nothing now.
I know.
After hunting
I know.
Canada, we did like an 11-day stint up there, and we were just beating ass
Yeah.
every single day.
Right.
I'm like, oh my god.
Feels like every slough. We were up there like first week of October. I think
Yeah.
we were there from like the 3rd till the
I have no idea on dates.
3rd
but
till
that
the
sounds
8th.
right.
I think we were there from the 3rd
Yeah.
to the 8th.
Yep.
It started snowing,
Yeah.
and every single slough was jam packed with
Oh,
like
just
300
stuffed
plus,
with them,
like a
dude.
tiny
Oh, yeah.
slough.
Yeah.
Where it's like we should get permission on that. Oh wait,
Yeah.
there's more in this one. We should get
Yeah.
permission on that because
Yeah.
we were just like shooting snows the entire time. And we're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
let's shoot some ducks.
You're like duck time.
Let's shoot some
baby.
ducks.
Oh yeah, big time.
You know, like if
Yeah.
you see a slough with 300 mallards at home, you're like, dude.
You're like, oh,
We're
yeah,
hunting that
we
slough.
hunting that.
Yeah,
We're
for
hunting
sure.
that.
For sure.
And then we pull up on like a public spot with like 5K on it. And it's like,
Yeah. You're like, oh
like,
my god,
we're going. And they were already fully plumed.
Gosh, damn.
Like first week of October.
Yeah, that's
up there.
kind of actually. I guess no, it was about the same time frame. We were up there hunting with Nick Costas, and we were shooting full plume mallards.
Yeah.
like early October.
They're just
and it was
beautiful.
snowing on us up there too.
Pretty sick.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
He's the snow guy too.
Oh,
he just wants carnage,
bro.
He just wants carnage.
He just wants to kill every single snow goose that lives.
He's got a problem.
He does. I love it though, dude.
He's a bloodlust.
I love going to hunt snows with him.
He's one of those guys that's just jacked.
Oh yeah, he just about it, dude. But yeah, we're going to Canada, upstate New York again, Ontario. I think dabbling down to Texas again, and just everywhere, dude. And I get to film. I film a lot of my hunt. Every single hunt of mine now goes to the dive bomb vlogs. So I just film dive bomb content at home on my home ground.
Yeah.
Because I used to do it for my own YouTube channel, and then I started working for Dive Bomb, and I just switched all my content over to Dive Bomb on YouTube. I still do all my Instagram stuff, but it's kind of nice, just filming at home. I'm like, oh, let's go film a vlog today and drive 10 minutes and shoot the fuck out of some wedge.
Do you enjoy doing it, or do you feel like it takes away from your hunt a little bit? Like you don't get to enjoy it like you used to?
Not really, because I've always just been filming on the good stuff, so I don't think it takes away from anything. I just enjoy, filming. It does get tough when I'm holding a camera and a phone, trying to call a duck call and call the shot at the same time. It gets a little hectic. But when you do it enough, it's doable.
Yeah, you get used to it a little bit.
Like throw a little GoPro to the side or whatever.
Joey did not want to get used to it.
Yeah.
No, like the tough part for me is when Connor was still with us for Midwest Flyways, he's like an amazing videographer, photographer. He's so good at telling a story with our videos. So like all of our older videos, he was doing that and had such a great story every time just because he's always the director.
Yeah, he's just
and I was able to focus on just making sure that we kill birds.
Yeah, on hunting.
And then when he got really busy with his outdoor media company, because he's always had his own thing, he's like, guys, I'm gone all of November. So you need to put a freaking GoPro on your head.
Yeah,
you need to do this.
Something.
Cal was working a 9 to 5 at the time, and he's like, I can only hunt on the weekends. And I'm like, but dude, I want to enjoy the freaking hunt. I don't want to sit there and make sure that I'm getting content and then be like, I don't know. It pissed me off because I just want to be in the moment.
Yeah, I feel it.
Want to be in the moment.
I feel like I'm distracted 24/7 when I'm hunting, and the hunt's over. I'm like, damn, what happened?
Right.
Like when I'm lining up, I was like, can't even remember anything because I'm just like scrambling around trying to film everything. Yeah. But then I also have Jake and Jordan from Dive Bomb come and film with me, and that's like a breath of fresh air because they're filming, and I can just run my hunt, and just hang with the boys and just create a good quality YouTube video.
For sure.
But like when they're gone and not hunting with me, I'm doing it all myself, and I'm like, dude, it's so hectic. And I'm like, some days, like in January, I'm like, bro, I don't even want to film. Like, I just want to hunt.
Yeah, you just want to go out and kill.
A lot of time, like if I know it's gonna be like not like a super banger, I'll just like I just won't even grab a camera. I'll just go hunt.
Right.
Snap a picture at the end, load them up in the truck. And I think when you do film a lot, like all of us do, it's kind of necessary to do that every now and then, and just like get back, have some fun, shoot your birds, forget about the media, and then just throw them in the truck bed and roll.
Yeah, for sure.
I have to make sure that I do that, or I get burnt out probably by the end of January.
Right. It's only about 3. It only took about 2 hunts for me to get burned out. I'm like filming.
Yeah, you're like, gosh, damn it, dude.
Like I was guiding in Oklahoma, duck hunts, and I'm like, okay, I can get a lot of really good content because I'm not going to shoot. But I'm the guy duck calling. I'm the guy calling the shot, and everything. I have to make sure that I'm also entertaining the clients.
Yep, exactly.
And so I'm just like, dude, I can't do this.
Like,
after day 2, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, man?
It's just mobbing, dude.
It's a different deal.
It is, but
that's awesome that you're able to do that.
Yeah, you just get used to it, and I love filming at home. Like it's me. It's more natural. It's like me and all my friends from when we were kids growing up. Like I have like a very solid crew of friends. There's probably like 8 of us, and we hang out outside of hunting. We hang out, do whatever. It's like you're homies hunting with them, so it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like more authentic and real and original, and it's just fun.
Yeah, man.
Guys, this podcast is brought to you by Turtlebox. I don't know if you've seen these guys carry around these big speakers that are so loud that are waterproof, brake-proof, everything. Chucked it off of my truck the other day by accident. Totally fine. Totally fine. Floated it in the lake over the 4th of July. Water's popping off the speaker. The thing is so cool.
So sick.
And if you have 2 at the same party, you can stream the same music through both of them. You can connect them at the same time. So, guys, go check out Turtlebox. They're the best speaker on the market for the outdoor industry.
It's pretty cool.
I saw that Weatherby sent you a Sorex.
Yeah, dude.
How lit is that?
Gosh, dang, that thing is nice.
It's nice.
I haven't even got it. I was holding it, not even put together in the gun store because Washington just signed this new law. You have to like a 10-day wait to pick up shotguns.
For FFLs.
Yeah, so I get to pick it up on the 21st. But I was holding that thing. I was like, damn.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice gun.
Feels like an M2.
Yeah,
so it feels like
dude.
familiar.
It does. It feels familiar.
It's so
but,
much
dude,
nicer.
It's so sleek. And like the hand brush
Hand
paint on
painted,
them,
bro,
dude.
yeah.
I was like, holy shit. This is
It's already
quality gun. Cerakoted with the hand brush paint, and it just looks badass.
Yeah, they're sick.
I got a 20 gauge from them because I didn't have one yet. I was like, dude, give me a 20 because I want to shoot, Widge and mallards with a 20 gauge now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to get that gun because I just like I know it's going to be good. Like it has to.
It feels unbelievable. We got to shoot the 12 gauges last year in Idaho, and I was floored.
Yeah, they're sick.
It's like, whoa, this is a very, very nice gun.
Like when I posted that, a couple people who have shot them before were like, dude, those things are sick. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice gun.
About to hunt.
Made
when
in
you were hunting
Italy,
with it,
hand painted in the US.
Did you notice anything about their shift system, like any dirt or grime getting in through that gap or anything?
No, so I was snow goose hunting with it, and I kept putting my gun on that side, like out of the pit.
Yeah.
And I kept opening it and trying to see if anything was going wrong. Nothing.
Nothing.
It was surprising.
Yeah.
Like I thought for sure there would be like a fail point.
Oh yeah.
There. But what was nice is, when you're unloading your tube with an inertia gun, if you don't have it tight against your shoulder, it's going to jam.
Yep.
And so what I did is, and I'm a little bitch boy. And so I put it on the left side. So I'm shooting and it jammed, and I was just,
and you're just
boom,
like, damn,
Yeah.
dude, that's smart.
It was epic. It was so sick. I was like, this is what this is made for.
Dude, to kill a couple extra birds with that move, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. It was really nice.
Yeah, so that's like, I was looking at that because like we hunt some mud and some shit, and we're in layouts, and that thing's going to be clapped on some mud, so I think it'll be fine, but I'm just going to test it out. See
Yeah.
what happens.
Honestly, if you're like hunting in mud, I've honestly thought about taping it. I don't know. But I don't know.
I might actually.
Because you could easily just tape over
Dude, I'm
it
just
and
gonna give it a
be
fair
away
shot.
from it.
I'm gonna hunt the piss out of it and see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And then who knows? Like, it's a quality gun. That's just literally, when I'm thinking about my hunting, and that's the first thing I went to. I was like, this gap right. Who knows?
No, I chucked some dirt in it and then shot it, and I watched all the dirt fall out the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
And
okay,
I'm like,
that's
dude,
pretty
well,
cool.
even with my Benelli, like that thing gets abused, and there's just like I open it up and it's just like mud everywhere, and
Caked
it still
in
runs.
there.
I'm sure it's the same. It'll still run.
I'm sure.
But that thing is quality. I'm hyped to shoot that little 20 gauge Sorex, dude.
We've been shooting 20 gauges. They had a 20 gauge that was $600.
Yeah.
Still
the
do.
Weatherby Element. I still shoot the shit out of it.
Yep.
I
Yep.
love
It's the
that
best
gun.
beginner gun.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
sure.
that. I'm an expert, and I
I'm
love
just saying,
that
like,
gun,
if you're gonna spend $400 on like
Yeah,
an
yeah,
870,
yeah.
just spend $600 on
and
an
just
element.
get the
$600
semi-auto.
inertia 20 gauge.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's cheap, dude.
And so I cannot wait to shoot the 20 gauge Sorex.
Yeah,
I'm just
dude.
like we
it's
shoot
quality.
Migra 2.4 stack at Geese
Yeah.
in January with a 20 gauge.
Oh yeah, just be smashing.
You're shooting a 20 gauge, dude.
They're like,
Fucking 20
hell
gauges
yeah,
rip.
dude. They
Rip.
do, and that's why I've always wanted one.
The smaller diameter of the barrel makes the shot string tighter.
Yeah,
I swear to God,
dude.
I'm not a
Yeah, that's
scientist.
sick.
Yeah, you're
20
not a
gauges are
scientist, but-
badass. I'm hyped to have one, dude. And, well, you message me when you saw that Sorex on my story? You're like, dude, you're gonna love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you're gonna
so
love that
hyped
shit.
for it.
Yeah, for sure. Matt, thanks so much for coming
Yeah,
on,
dude.
man. We
Yeah,
really
dude.
appreciate it.
Got to sneak away from the booth a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate it.
Got to chill out for a minute.
Yap about all kinds of stuff.
Get out of the rain. Yeah,
This
dude.
episode is for sure called Goat Boy. Did you ever watch Ed and Nettie?
I did.
Dude,
yes.
hello, Ed Boy. You just had a
Dude.
bunch of goats.
Dude, the problem is now I post the goats too much, and now that's all everybody ever talks to me about.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a goat
the goats.
influencer, dude.
I'm like, bro, I gotta chill on that a little bit. I want to talk hunting at
You're a
least. And now
goat
it's like,
influencer,
how
bro.
many goats do you have? I don't know, 30 probably.
It's turning into a real trade, bro.
Yeah,
So
dude, I
epic.
love it.
I love it,
Dude,
man.
thanks for coming on.
Dude, I
Matt, where
appreciate
can
it.
people find you on Instagram and YouTube?
Matt_Judy on Instagram and just Matt Judy on YouTube.
Hell yeah, man.
Find me there. I'm always posting all kinds of cool stuff.
And on dive bomb stuff.
Yeah, and dive bomb stuff too. You can find me plastered all over dive bomb too. So
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell
Thanks for
yeah.
coming on. Appreciate it.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
Matt, one more thing.
what?